Hi, and welcome to yoga. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Joanne, and we're going to get started in a comfortable seat. So I always encourage you to sit up on a blanket, prop, pillow, block, whatever you've got around the house. So you can find length through the spine. And we're going to feel a grounding in our sitting bones and our pelvis area. I want you to feel a little bit of weight in the pelvis. And then from there, we want to feel a sense of lift and energy rising up through the spine. We'll drop the shoulders away from the ears. You can rest the hands palms down or palms up. You could also do one of each. So depending on if you want more receptivity or more grounding energy today, so you might feel pretty balanced. Whatever feels best for you. And then we're going to retract the chin just slightly so we can find length through the back of the neck. Let the eyes gently close. And just checking in with your body right now. Checking in with how you feel. Notice if there's any areas of tension or tightness, or if you're furrowing at the brow or you're clenching in the jaw. Just observe what's happening right now. And see if you can soften any edges in your posture. Just relax while maintaining that nice sense of spaciousness and openness in your seated posture. As we sit in this posture again, we'll just sort of think about a sense of expansion and lightness in the upper body and sort of bringing a little bit of weight into the lower body. We feel that dynamic energy. And as we arrive on the mat, I want you to tune into the breath now and take this time at the beginning of your practice. You can maybe set an intention or a dedication for your practice. You might want to be gentle with yourself today, or you might want to challenge yourself. You might want to focus on breath or alignment, just one aspect of your practice that you'd like to bring more awareness to, more energy to. And if you're a real type A person, you might try to combat that by bringing a little more balance to that aspect of your practice by, taking it a little more gently or slowly today. Listen to your body. And then see if you can find that balance for yourself. So again, we're going to bring awareness into the breath now as it moves in and out of the nose. And always using that full 3-part breath in yoga. So we start the breath in the belly, expanding fully and completely, all the way up to the chest. Just like a wave. And as we exhale, we soften around the space. Let the chest fall, ribs come together, and squeeze the abdomen gently toward the spine at the very bottom of your exhale. And that should automatically reinflate the belly on the inhale. So I think that the breath is the most powerful tool in our practice for creating change in the body. Whether that be energizing the body or calming the body down and or the mind as well. So really want to make sure we're using the breath in our practice. So let's take a nice deep inhale here. Fill the lungs. And on your next exhale, we're just going to bow the chin to the chest, stretch the back of your neck. Take a moment here to honor yourself for coming out to practice today. Making this time and space for yourself, for joining me. Thank you for being here. Once you connect to the breath, we're going to slowly rock one ear over the shoulder as we inhale. Exhale, bow the chin to the chest. So make this a nice little smooth movement. Let the breath guide you. Inhale to the second side. And exhale, bow. Inhale as you open. And really take your time with these, excuse me, so that you can feel the sensation as you move. We're not just getting to the stretch, we're feeling it through the whole movement. Bowing forward as we exhale and inhale as we open. Good. Slowly come forward as you exhale. Inhale to your first side again. Good. And then check your posture. Make sure the sternum is lifted. Drop the shoulders. Walk your opposite arm out to the side. Touch the fingers to the floor. Take the same arm as the head side that's tilted toward, and just gently rest the hand on the side of the head. We're not pulling and forcing anything. It's just a little added weight to open the stretch. Lift the sternum. Elbows open, not pulling forward. Gentle weight on the head. And then we're going to just gently rock the elbow, bring the elbow forward so we can pull the head forward slightly, look down across your chest to bring that stretch more to the back of your neck. And then as you inhale, I want you to think about opening that elbow out, fanning it open, maybe turning the head up. Listen to your body, not forcing anything again. So maybe feeling that through the front of the neck a bit more. But let's do that one more time. Exhale as we round gently, very gently. Don't do it if it hurts. You might come a little more forward this time. Inhale as you open up. Good, come on back to neutral. So you're nice and open to the side, elbow out. Release the arm from the head and then drop the chin forward. Take the head upright for a moment. Squeeze your shoulders up by your ears and down your back a couple of times. Good. One more time. Excellent. Settle the shoulders. Drop the chin to the chest. Inhale to the second side. We'll again walk the opposite arm out as far as you can with the fingers on the floor. Lift through the sternum. Take the same arm as the side of the head that's flexed toward. There's a better way to articulate that, I'm sure. And just gently rest the hand. Again, not pulling, just resting. A little added weight. Should be comfortable. Take a breath. Good. Let's breathe in. And nice and gently as we exhale, we'll sort of pull the elbow forward to get that stretch through the back of the neck, rounding a little bit. Exhaling completely. Inhale as you open out. Good, and then slowly exhale as you come forward again. So I want you to really tune in, maybe close the eyes. Feeling this through the whole movement. Inhale, opening. Good, and then come back to your neutral position to the side. Lift the sternum. Good, release the arm from the head. Drop the chin to the chest. Inhale the head upright. Settle the shoulders. And then let's squeeze it up again. Inhale and exhale back. Good. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale back. And one more time. Good. So finding that nice tall posture, we're going to lower the shoulders, bring the arms, palms to face up, and reach out as you inhale, gather energy. Deep breath in. I want you to keep your spine neutral as you do this. Exhale, fan the fingers, open them wide, and release down. Good. Inhale, lift. Deep breath in, fingers spread wide. Exhale, fan the fingers out. Little resistance, drop the shoulders. One more time. Inhale up. Deep breath in and exhale, slowly back down. Excellent. We're going to take one arm up, reach up, inhale. Walk over to the side. Keep the hips grounded, fold through the side body, and then bow forward, lead with your elbow, and sweep across the front of your mat. We're going to move gently. Inhale through the other side. Nice and open. Breathe in, exhale, round and sweep. Inhale up. Again, see if you can coordinate with your breath. Exhale, release forward. Sweep across, inhale, lift. Open, good. One more time, sweep and lift. Good, reach up nice and tall. Lower the arms by the side. Shrug your shoulders here, open your chest. Awesome, let's remove, if you're sitting on a blanket, proper pillow, set that to the side. We're going to come to all fours next. And then here you might want, if you have sensitive knees or just like a little cushion for comfort, you might take a blanket for your knees, a thin towel, blanket, whatever you've got handy. Coming onto all fours, brighten your fingers on the mat, press the mat away from you, rotate the insides of your elbows forward. Make sure that the wrists are under the shoulders and the knees are under the hip points. And we're engaging our core here, so we're not just sagging and hanging out. We're lifting our belly toward our spine, and our neck is an extension of the spine. So we're not dropping and try not to look up at the screen. See if you can keep your neck long. Engage your finger pads. Now, if your wrists are sensitive, you can always take fists if you need, so feel free to modify for your body, for your practice today. Let's take some cat-cow stretches. So we're going to drop the belly. And then send the tail and crown to opposite corners of the room you're in. So find length, pull the chest through the shoulders. And then as you exhale, we're going to round up, press the back of the spine all the way to the sky. Drop the tailbone and the head. Let your body, breath move you. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. And again, we're not just getting somewhere. I want you to feel each articulation. As you move, connect to the movement. Connect to the breath. And as always, never work in pain in yoga. One more breath here. Exhale, round. Excellent. We'll come back to a neutral spine. And then we're going to tuck our toes under and see if you can connect all 10 toes to the ground, and then just push back for a moment to stretch the bottom of your foot. Intense stretch here, so maybe it's too much to come all the way back, so just listen to your body. Maybe you feel comfortable coming down, maybe not. Breathe into the soles of your feet here. Nice deep breaths, softening with the breath. Finding a little gratitude for our feet. All they do for us every day. And as you breathe into the feet, feel the back of the body expand as well. Good. Inhale, come up. Release the feet to the back down, excuse me. And then take one leg out, uncurl the toes, and press into the calf. So coming onto all points, make sure you're nice and aligned here. We're gonna lift that extended leg straight. So we don't wanna turn the leg out. We wanna keep the toes down and your hips even. Engage your core here to do this. So we wanna activate the belly a little bit and reach the opposite arm out to shake a hand. So activating the other points on the mat for balance and strength. Connect to your core, look down, breathe. Extend. We're gonna try a little exercise movement here. So we're gonna breathe in. And as we exhale, we're gonna squeeze the elbow and knee together, round the back a little bit and squeeze in. Draw that heel toward the glute as well. And then inhale as you lengthen out. Good, exhale, pull and squeeze in. See if you can keep your balance as you move. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, squeeze in. Inhale, reach. Good, return the hand and the knee down. Feel free to shake out if you need or take a break. Anytime, obviously. Hopefully that's obvious. Press the mat away from you. Come back to all fours. Tuck the other toes out and then stretch through the calf just a little bit. Check out your alignment. Find that, engage the core. As you lift that extended leg straight back. Toes down. Reaching the opposite arm out. When you're ready to shake a hand, breathe here. We'll take a breath here. Find your stability, find your core. Neck is long. Let's breathe in. As we exhale, we'll squeeze everything in, elbow to knee, squeeze in. Ground a little bit. Inhale, reach. Exhale, squeeze. See if you can make the movement smooth and balanced. Inhale, reach. Exhale, squeeze. Good. Inhale, lengthen. And release to all fours. Nice work. Good. From here, push back over the hips. This time, keep the toes under. So extended child pose here. Allow the forehead to come to the mat. Breathe in. Let's walk both hands to one side. So we're sitting back on our hips. If that's comfortable, you can always place something behind your legs if you need. And just relax the head. So stretching the side body out a little bit. Good. Slowly walk through center. Exhale, walk to the other side. Relax your head. Come back to center. Good. Inhale, pull yourself back up to tabletop. And we're going to tuck the toes under. You can take your knees behind your hips about an inch or two. And then we're going to slowly lift the knees. Hover here for just a moment. Engage your core. And slowly, as you're ready, we're going to peel our hips up. You don't need to straighten the legs. Just lift the hip points toward the sky. Allow the chest to fall, come between the arms, and then start to walk your dog. Pedal your feet. One leg at a time. Keep breathing. Keep the full surface of your hand engaged in the mat so you're not dumping them into your wrists. Engage your finger pads. Good. Breathe. Good. Come to your downward dog. Let's come onto the balls of the feet. Exhale, relax the heels toward the floor. Maybe they're a little bent. That's okay. And then we're going to inhale as we move into plank pose. So bring your shoulders above the wrists. Engage your core here. Find your breath. Exhale, we'll drop the knees right where they are on the floor. And you're going to plant your chest between your hands, elbows bend, engage your core. Slowly lower down. Upward S pose. Good. Relax the legs to the floor, tops of the feet to the mat. This is where we expect under our couch to see how dirty it is. Inhale, open the chest. Come into a low cobra. Maybe you're not near your couch, which is probably good. Okay, tops of the feet down and open the chest. So we want to lift the hands here. I want you to feel the back muscles engage. Breathe in. Watch the body rise and lower with the breath. So my feet are glued to the floor. I don't have tension in the back of the neck. I'm opening. So I'm using the back muscles here without pain. Go ahead and release down. If you do have pain when you do that at all, you should come down lower. You could also try tilting the tailbone toward the heels to take any pressure out of the low back. So chin down. I'm going to breathe in. And I'm going to press back into a child's pose briefly. I'm going to inhale back to a tabletop with my knees slightly back. And then I'm going to tuck my toes again and peel my hips up, coming back to downward dog. I'll pick up a little bit. Good, let's bend the knees. And we're going to walk ourselves. You can either walk, step, or hop. We're just going to come up to forward fold. So to the front of your mat. Feet should be hip width apart, maybe 2 fists. Bend your knees as much as you need. Hands touch down. Forehead tucks toward the shins here. We're just going to take a breath here to release anything. Let's let the arms dangle in front of us. Feel the weight even on all 4 corners of both feet. Maybe shake your head a little out. Relax anything off the body. So take a deep breath in. Exhale through your mouth as you sigh it out. Just let it go. Do that one more time. Excellent. So now we feel all 4 corners of our feet and slowly roll ourselves up with the arms hang as you unfurl your back 1 vertebra at a time to standing at the front of the mat. When you get to the top, shrug your shoulders to open your chest. Find a neutral pelvis, arms heavy by the sides, chest and collarbone broad and open. Take a breath here, observe how you feel. Great, let's reach the arms back behind us as we inhale, gather energy, lift up, open your chest. Maybe connect to the hands at the top. Exhale, we're gonna swan dive. I totally feel like I'm cut off on the screen. Let me move my camera a little bit, sorry. There we go, okay. I'm gonna set my little blanket to the side as well. And swan dive, forward fold. So again, bend your knees as much as you need, forehead tucked. We'll inhale into a flat back position. So you can bring your hands on your thighs and lengthen your spine. Find that nice, long, beautiful spine. Neck in alignment. Exhale, fold. Good, we're gonna take a giant step back with 1 leg and we'll drop the back knee and pull the toes. You might want that cushion again or roll up your mat. We're going to find that scissor action toward the midline of the legs. So scissor the legs as you lift up and then add the arms for crescent lunge. Stretching this back hip flexor. You can move this leg forward or back depending on flexibility. There should be a right angle for the knee over the heel in the front leg. Lift up out of the back. Soft shoulders, long fingers. Breathe in. Good. Exhale, take your hands down to your chest in prayer pose. Nice simple twist. Turn toward the front knee side and then open the arms out. Getting a little more twist here and opening and stretching in the back hip flexor. Good. Inhale, stretch up tall again. And exhale, fold down. Frame the foot with the legs. Frame the legs with the arms. You know what I meant? Tuck your back toes under and lift the back knee. We're going to take our hips up and step it back to down dog. Nice breath here. On your next inhale, I want you to float into a plank pose. Again, focusing on how you're getting there, the movement. Align yourself, breathe in. Exhale, drop your knees, chest and chin. We'll slide it into a cobra. Open the chest. Maybe lift the hands again, see? If the neck is loose, feet are glued. Breathe in. Release down. Tuck your toes. Slowly come up through tabletop or all the way back to downward dog, up to you. Good, breathe in here. So pay attention to whichever leg you were back on last time. We're going to bring that leg forward. So same leg that was back will come forward. So that for me was my right leg back, right leg forward. Might be other opposite side for you. You want to make sure you're switching sides. Drop your back knee, uncurl your back toes. Scissor the legs as you rise up. And lift. Extend your fingers, soften your shoulders. Breathe in. Exhale, hands come to the heart, prayer pose. Again, we're going to turn toward the front knee side. Open the arms wide. Nice, easy twist here. Breathe. Beautiful. Inhale, stretch up. Nice and tall back to center. And then exhale, float the hands down to frame the foot. We'll tuck the back toes under and lift the knee. Lift your hips. Step back, downward dog. Nice. Take a breath here. And then I want you to walk, hop, or stroll to the front of your mat. Come to your forward fold. Soften over the legs. See where you are. And roll yourself up when you're ready. Inhale. Open the chest. Coming back to your mountain pose. Nice and firm. Let's reach back. Inhale, lift. Deep breath in. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale as you open your chest flat back. Exhale as you bow again. Maybe the legs are starting to open a little bit as you're warming up. Maybe not yet. All in good time. Good. Planting your hands. We're going to take a giant step back with the right leg and the left leg. I want you to come to plank pose. Send your hips up, downward dog. Maybe pedal the feet a couple of times. From here, I'm going to have you take one leg high in the sky for a three-legged dog. So lift up. We're going to bend the knee. Open out a little bit so that you're getting a little stretch in the back, but I want you to keep your core active and tuck your tailbone a little so you're not dumping into the back. Inhale, we're going to squeeze the nose and knee together underneath us. Squeeze up. Exhale out. Good, you're going to take that bent knee to the same elbow. Inhale, squeeze up, engage your core. Good, exhale out. So a lot of work here. You can skip this if it's too much. We're going to cross the body now. Squeeze the elbow to the opposite knee to the opposite elbow. Good, and release back out. And then we're going to inhale, squeeze to the same side again, right, or whichever leg, same elbow. And then we're going to pull the leg through. So coming all the way through with the leg. Now we're in a high lunge. Hopefully you're with me. And we're going to walk this front foot out to the side. So we're going to open, bring the hand inside of the knee for lizard. So this foot is open. We want to keep the knee above the heel. Hand inside of the leg. Options here is to drop the back knee. Maybe come down to your elbows. Keep that knee opening in. We're opening this inner thigh here. Or you can stand your hands, pull the leg in, lift the knee. So whatever variation for the lizard that you like is fine. Listen to your body. So we're working on opening the inner thigh here. So we want to keep that leg hugging in a little bit toward the arm. We don't want to like open it all the way out. So here we are. So maybe you're on your forearms, maybe not. A little deeper. So listen to your body. You might want to keep the leg lifted. You might not. In the back. Want you to make sure you're breathing smoothly. That's a signal to your body if you're holding tension or not. So if your breath is not smooth and easy, I encourage you to back out until it becomes smooth and easy. so that you can advance in the pose and not just resist it. So one more breath here. And then we're going to slowly come up out of our pose. So maybe bring your hands back to the floor. And then we're going to lift the back knee and we're going to walk this foot back to the midline. So here we are in our runner's lunge. Good. And then we're going to lift both hips and step that leg back, come into your downward dog again. And then just pedal it out for a moment. And then let's take a brief flow. So we're going to inhale, plank pose. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale to cobra, open your chest. Maybe lifting the hands. Breathe to your belly. Release down. Tuck the toes. Come through tabletop, straight back, downward dog, up to you. Meeting in our downward dog. Again, if you need a break anytime, feel free to take one. Now we're going to take the other leg high in the sky, three-legged dog. Bend the knee. Let the leg come back a little bit, but tuck your tailbone. Keep the core active. Connect to your breath. As you're ready, inhale, squeeze nose and knee together at the midline. Good. Exhale, release out. Inhale, squeeze, same side, knee and elbow, hovering. And exhale. Good. Inhale, cross the body, knee to opposite elbow. And release. Nice work, guys. Inhale, same side, knee and elbow. And then as you're ready, you're going to pull that leg all the way through. Use your core. Try to be light on the feet. So our hips are down, and we're going to walk that foot to the side. Opening out, so hand comes inside the leg. Lizard on this side, so you can drop the knee, maybe come down to the forearms. Whatever variation feels good on this side, and it might be different, so it probably is different. Make sure your knee is protected and aligned above the ankle, aiming toward the same direction as your toes. Connect to your breath. Soften. If you're resisting or your breath is shallow, maybe back out just a little bit. And let's take another breath or two here. Good. Slowly walk your hands up if they're down. Maybe lift the back knee if it's lowered and walk your foot back to center. Good. Let's lift our hips and step it back. Come to your downward dog. Good. Taking a breath. We're going to inhale into a plank position. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin lower. Inhale, open the chest, cobra. Glue the feet. Let's swim the hands behind us and clasp the hands. Pull the fingers toward the heels. Breathe into your belly here. Good. And slowly release the chest down, release the hands, bring them back next to your chest. And we're going to push back into child's pose briefly. Inhale, come to your tabletop position. Good, tuck your toes under, take it up to downward dog. And then walk yourself halfway up the mat. When you get to the middle of your mat, walk your hands back. forward fold here. Fold over the leg. Shake it out. We're going to roll it up. Inhale, slowly roll up. Shrug your shoulders at the top, open the chest. Reach back, inhale, open the arms. Catch a wrist, take a side stretch here, all the way over to the side. Rainbow the arms. Keep the low back protected. Inhale through center. Switch sides, reach up and over to the other side. Good, inhale up, lower the arms by the side. Shrug your shoulders, open your chest. I'm going to face you, the center of the mat. Good, and then we're going to take our legs wide. So we want to have a nice grounded stance. You don't want to feel like you're collapsed or too open. And we want our feet sort of aiming toward the front of the mat. So with the hip points, we're going to take the hands to the back, to the sides. So your thumbs are around your waist and your hands are supporting your lower back at the sacrum here. And then we want to feel the elbows draw open. So pull back to open the chest. I'm not arching my back at this point. My spine is neutral. Pelvis is neutral. I'm just pulling my elbows back to get a little stretch through the chest and the pecs here. We all tend to be on computers and phones a lot. This is good for opening the chest here. So from here with the tailbone neutral, we're going to lift the sternum up without arching the low back. So just lift up, breathe in. And then we're going to hinge at the hip. Make sure your feet are nice and rooted, nice and grounded and soft. And then lengthen over the spine, so halfway down. And then you're going to release your arms toward the floor. And you might need blocks here if you need to bring the ground closer to you. Use props. You could also widen your stance a bit to get closer to the floor if you're less flexible. So we want to have that nice lengthened spine here. So I'm not rounding my back at this point. I'm nice and open. And then I'm going to have you aim the toes open, so the knees and the hips open to the sides a little bit. So aiming to the corners of the mat. And then we'll do a little crab walk. So we're going to bend one knee. And so the knee is going to go the same direction as the toes. And you're going to walk your hands over to that side. So this is stretching the opposite inner thigh as our feet are flat on the mat. So we're not rolling on our feet at all. Inhale, walk through center. As you exhale, bend the other knee and move to that side. So again, notice how it feels as you're moving. Inhale, center, exhale to the side. I want you to make this kind of a moving breath meditation. Nice, slow, deep breaths. Remember that the feet stay grounded. You shouldn't have any discomfort in the knees at all. Good. One more time. And hopefully each time you're feeling a little looser as you move side to side. Just relaxing into your stretch. Good. Let's come back to center. And then we're going to turn the feet back in again. So they're parallel to one another. And our back is nice and extended and long. Neck is in alignment with the spine. Try not to look up at the screen. So the knees can be soft if you need. They don't have to be straight. Nice and bent is okay for the back. We're going to take one hand to the back at a time for support. So you need to ground your feet and then slowly hinge your way back up. So take your time. Good. And then maybe we'll heel toe the feet back to center. Good. Coming to the middle of your mat, shrug your shoulders here and open the chest. So we've worked a lot with the inner thigh, and now I want us to stretch out our quad a little bit. So we'll try that with the dancer. So I'll turn to the side so you can see me a little bit. So I'm going to start on the leg that's furthest from the screen as my standing leg. So my arm that's closest to the screen is going to open out. So my thumb is coming behind me, so I'm rotating my shoulder and the joint open, and I'm balancing on my opposite leg. I'm going to micro bend the knee joint so I don't lock it. And then when you're ready, you might want a strap handy too. If you can't reach your foot, that's okay. You can use a strap. You're going to shift the weight, and when you feel steady, after you fixed your gaze, you're going to swing the foot into the hand. I'm holding the instep of my foot, not the outside of my foot. I'm going to readjust and engage my core. I'm going to send my opposite arm up for counterbalance, and I'm going to breathe and fix my gaze. Whenever I feel ready, I'm going to kick back into my hand to stretch my quad and open the shoulder as well. So I'm getting a couple great stretches here, and I'm hinging and balancing at the same time I'm breathing. So if you fall out, don't worry about it. You can always start again. And again, if you can't reach the foot, you could use a strap or a towel or whatever you have nearby. Make a little towel to hook the foot as well. So don't have to reach the foot to do this pose, but we really want to emphasize the kicking back to open this front quadricep muscle and the shoulder. So we're not pulling the foot in, we're kicking out. Good, if you're still with me, we'll slowly come down and release. So that's a great stretch for the quad and opening the shoulder. So shake it out. Forget about what happened, and then we'll switch sides. So we'll ground in our mountain pose first. So find that connection. Soften the knees. Shift your weight to your standing leg again. So now I'm using the leg away from the screen. Arm close to the screen will open out. I'm going to fix my gaze and connect to my breath before I do anything else. And then when I feel steady, I'll swing the foot to hold the instep, or use your strap or towel. Opposite arm will stretch up for counterbalance. I'm going to breathe in. And then I'm going to kick back and hinge. Good, opening the chest, opening that quad, find your breath. Nice, smooth breath. You can stay for one more breath. Good, and we'll slowly come down. Good, shrug your shoulders here, open the chest. I'm going to come back toward the front of my mat into my mountain pose. So shake out your balance. When you're ready, from mountain pose, nice neutral spine, reach the arms behind you as you inhale, lift. Exhale, swan dive, forward bend. Let's take it to flat back, open the chest, and fold forward. From here, we're going to step both feet back to a plank position again. Engage your fingers, and then send your hips up, downward dog. Good. From here, we're going to take one leg in the sky again, but this time keep the foot flexed and the heel back. We're not opening out the hip this time. We're just going to pull back, bend the knee, and then inhale as you take the bent leg up between your hands for pigeon pose. So if this bothers your knee, don't do it. You can always take figure 4 on the back. So my bent knee is between my hands, and I'm going to open my chest here if you're with me. Lift up, back leg is down, Hips are equidistant to the floor. So you might take a bolster or something here under this hip if you need, but my hips are here, so I'm not torquing my back like this. I'm nice and square. Breathing into the chest and then slowly make your way down. Wherever you'd like to be, you might stay on your hands, you might come to forearms or all the way down. Getting a nice stretch in the outer hip now. So if this doesn't work for you, if you've got a funny knee, come onto your back. And we cross that same leg and make a figure four across the other leg. We reach through the hole and then connect behind the under thigh, behind the other thigh. And then pull in. Same stretch on the back. Should be safer for the knee if you've got any knee concerns at all. So breathing in your pigeon or your figure four. See if you can soften your shoulders and your brow. Relax your jaw. Always think of the jaw as a mirror for the hip. So if you have jaw tension, you might have hip tension or vice versa. Not necessarily, but often that's true. So just keep releasing and letting go with the breath. Nice and slowly, we're going to come back up. So you're going to frame the knee with your hands. And we're going to come onto fingertips here. I really like to do this in this posture. Open the chest. Lungs are nice and open. Shoulders are back. Breathe in deep here. Filling the lungs. Plant the hands. Tuck your back toes as you slowly make your way to downward dog. If you're taking figure four on the back, we'll just switch sides. No worries. So maybe you're in downward dog or on the back. If you're in downward dog, we'll take the opposite leg up. Again, pull it straight back, not opening the hip this time. Bend at the knee. As you're ready, pull the bent knee through between your hands. Measure your, make sure your hips are equidistant to the mat, not twerking in the sacrum. Open the chest here, breathe in. Good, slowly bow down wherever you want to be. Maybe you're on the back in figure four, other side. Wherever you are, connect the breath and releasing. Soften the shoulders, soften the jaw, soften the brow. Just keep letting go and relaxing. If you feel resistance anywhere, if it's too much, then back out a little bit. Nice. You have a tendency to want to get further in something, and I think oftentimes that's more forced. So if we back out, we actually do better, get further than if we forced it. Really get the benefit of releasing. So we're going to slowly come out. Walk your hands back. Let's come onto those fingertips. If you're in the pigeon, open the chest. Take a deep breath here. Good. Release the hands to the floor. Tuck the back toes and slowly come back to downward dog. If you're in the pigeon, if you're on the back, you can stay there. Good. We're going to drop the knees. So we will meet you fellow folks on the back. We're going to sit back on the heels and bring the legs out in front. So let's lift the flesh from our sitting bones. Legs extend in front of you. We're going to bring the hands on the thighs, sit up nice and tall here, flex the toes toward the face. See if you can press the legs toward the mat just a little as you lift in the core. Take a breath here. And let's slowly unfurl to the mat. So use your core, keep your heels glued down as you slowly come all the way to the mat. Take your time. And if you need something under your head, if your neck is lifted and the back of your neck is tight or crunched, place something under your head so the neck is long. Okay, we're going to draw the knees into the chest and squeeze the knees in. So let's just make a couple circles on the back, massaging our low back, and go in both directions. Reverse a couple times. Good, and then we're going to squeeze the knees in. And then I'm going to have us make circles. So hold your knees with your hands, and then you're going to move the knees toward the front of your mat, away from you. So extending the arms. You're going to open the knees out like a butterfly, and you're going to pull them in and up through the other side. So big circle. So push away down the middle, open out, and pull in. Good, again, push, open, and pull up, and in. And then we're gonna go the other way. So squeeze the knees in, open them wide, and then move them down and away from you. As they come back together, pull up, big circles, open out, and down. One more time, squeeze in, open out, and back down. Good, squeeze in. Excellent. And then we're going to reach down for our ankles or your toes, whatever you can comfortably reach. Maybe just hold the backs of your thighs and come into happy baby. So we want tops of the thighs moving toward the floor, soles of the feet aimed toward the ceiling. Legs are wide and open. My head, neck, and shoulders is relaxed. So you don't want to strive to reach the feet and lift the head and shoulders. You're losing a whole benefit there. So relax everything down. Again, you can just hold the thighs or the ankles or the toes, whatever is accessible for you. And breathe here. You might shimmy the hips around a little bit. Happy baby, good. And then from here, take one more breath. We're going to slowly bring the soles of our feet together, connect them, and then let them fold, release to the floor. So the knees are wide out, reclined bound angle pose. You might have support under your hips if you need it. A little more restorative that way, or you might rest the hands on the thighs for a little deeper stretch. My soles of my feet are connecting. I'm having a closed circuit of energy with the legs and the lower body. Make sure the neck is still neutral. You're just breathing here, nice and passive in the stretch. Pardon the bird clock. We'll take one more breath here. I feel like everyone's pretty familiar with the bird clock by now if you've been taking the class. Good, and then we're gonna support the outer thighs with our hands. And take one more breath here. And slowly let the knees come up. Good. And then let's windshield wiper our legs gently side to side. Just let the legs fall side to side. Okay, we'll bring the legs back to the middle. And then if you have any last posture that you'd like to take today for your practice, I encourage you to do that. If not, you can have the knees bent, feet on the floor, knees toward the center if you have any tension in the back at all. And if the back feels good, you can stretch the legs all the way out. So whatever is best for you to relax. Here we're going to have the palms open up toward the sky. Maybe tuck the shoulders under the chest to open the heart. You're going to allow your fingers to curl toward the palm as they relax. Gently rock your head side to side. Massage the back of your head. And then bringing it back to center and stillness. Allow the eyes to gently close. Allow the lips to part slightly so your jaw is relaxed. Bringing your awareness back to your body and the breath. And just letting it be nice and easy. Relax your entire body completely. Scanning your body to notice if there's anywhere you might be holding tension. And just allow it to melt away with the exhale. Relax and release. So you'll stay there for just a couple of moments. As we assimilate all the benefits of the postures that we took today. So you're relaxing completely. And if any thoughts come up or notice any sensations, just allow them to pass. Just let them go as you relax and release. You're going to slowly wiggle your fingers and your toes. Sorry for the rough bell there. And gently rock your head a little side to side. And let's inhale, bring the arms up overhead on the floor behind you. Bring your feet together and just give yourself a nice full body stretch. Reach everything away from your navel. Breathe in. And then exhale, soften the arms back down, bend your knees, place your feet on the floor. Roll onto the right side of your body for just a moment to a fetal pose. Just pause here to notice any changes in body and mind. Maybe recalling if you set an intention for your practice today. And as you're ready, you're going to slowly use your left hand to push yourself back to a comfortable seat. We'll meet in easy pose. Sitting up nice and tall. And we're going to inhale and sweep the arms up together. Nice deep breath in. Feeling your hands at the top. Lower them down to your heart. Bow to yourself with gratitude for practicing today. Thank you for being with me. And we'll bow to each other. Namaste.